All right, so the very first step and the most important step by far is this one, and that is to remove the causative factors. In other words, instead of harming your neck all day, you're going to start healing your neck all day. And I'll go into that a little more depth, but I just want to outline this for you. You squeeze your thumb like this, right? You squeeze and you go, oh, that hurts. You keep squeezing, you go, oh, blimmin' hell, that hurts a lot more. And you keep squeezing it, it's hurting more, isn't it? Why is it hurting? Because I'm squeezing my thumb and I'm causing pain, right? Now, the body is like this. Your pain is coming from nerve endings in your system, and the more you elicit something that's going to cause pain, like if I just kept doing that over and over, or you kept doing that over and over, what happens is this: the body keeps sending these nerve signals down, saying painful, 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 because it's potentially causing damage, right? That's what the body does. Sends a pain signal down because it's thinking it's going to, this could be tissue damage, this sort of thing, right? Now, if you just keep doing that over and over again, after a while, because it's already so sensitized, right? It's already, you can imagine, if I did this all the time, or you did this all the time, all you need is a little bit, because it's now so sore, it's so sensitized, right? That is your body sending pain signals, and it becomes incredibly sensitized. We need to desensitize your neck, right? Just like your thumb. How would I do that? How would I fix this? Well, it's not massage, it's acupuncture, chiropractic. None of this is going to help my thumb until I stop doing this, right? Stop causing the pain. Your neck is absolutely no different at all. So we need to get the reasons your neck is sore, the causative factors. In other words, what is it? How are you squeezing your thumb with your neck? And I'll go into that. So in other words, we must remove the causative factors. Because you imagine, if I cut my elbow and I keep bending it, right, like this, right, it's not going to heal, is it? No, it won't heal because I keep, this area can't get to a good position so the body can heal. So there'll be pain and it will keep tearing, won't it, right? The same with your neck. If you keep putting it in positions that are harmful for it, the body will continue to and get even more sensitized, okay? It will keep sending painful responses, okay? Whether there's damage or not. So we're going to go into that because that is your absolute first step. You must remove the causative factors, and I'm going to go into them so you get an understanding is what are you doing that could possibly be causing your own neck pain. All right, so let's go through the most common cause for all neck pain, bar an accident, like a whiplash. I'm talking about not an accident. I'm talking about where you wake up and your neck's sore, and maybe you've got pinched nerves, what I'll get into. What is the major cause that you must stop so that your body can start healing, and so you're healing your neck instead of harming your neck? It looks like this. You might see it like this: driving. Might be typing on the laptop. Might be using the phone, doing texting. What is it? You notice something? Yeah. It's the forward head posture. Okay? The forward head posture is your major cause of all neck pain. And I'm going to go into that. But before we go to that, right? So this forward head posture. So what is good posture? Let's go back a step. What is good posture? All right. Good posture is where you feel elongated through your spine. So if you're sitting there watching me right now, I need you to get into good posture if you want to have any hope. Because remember the thumb, this is the squeezing of the thumb if we don't get rid of this. And this is, as I say, the most common cause, so we've got to address this right now, okay? Because I can't have you sitting there in bad posture looking at this on your tablet like that. You're harming your neck. Right, so good posture is sit tall, stand tall, walk tall. So in other words, you need to be feeling like you're elongated. Feel like balloons are pulling you up like this. It is not you puffing up your chest like this. It is just that feeling of elongated through your spine. So sit tall, stand tall, walk tall. I teach my clients. Feel like you own the world. So you're getting that nice feeling like that. Okay? So you've got that inward lumbar curve in your lower back. Now you can put a pillow or cushion behind your lower back if you're sitting like that to keep you out of that. Now, let's go right to this right now. Your lumbar spine, you've got that inward lumbar curve. When you're standing, you've got that inward lumbar curve called the lumbar lordotic curve, right? So that is the natural curve, but you lose it when you slouch. Now it might be slouched back in the sofa. It might be slouched when you're driving. See my head getting translated forward? All right, this, and I'm going to get into this, damages structures in your neck. Doing this over and over again for long, sustained periods of time, driving, at the computer, these sorts of things. So it starts at your lower back. You can't have good posture with your neck to get out of neck pain if you're slouched in the lower back. That's where it starts from, okay? So just get there, get that feeling of being lifted. If you've got hair, you can pull on the hair to get that feeling of lifted up. That's all you need to think about. Not 90 degrees here, 90 degrees there. Forget all that. Just feel like you're getting pulled up. Let's say, use your hair if you've got it, and pull your head up like that to get that feeling. That's where you want to be, all right? And I'll go into the little idiosyncrasies of it. But look, let me show you when you've got this, what you should feel is, it's like if you had a pebble, drop it from your chin, it'll go into your chest, not onto the floor, all right? Same thing with your ears. If you think, drop a pebble from your ears, it should go onto your shoulder, not onto the floor, all right? Now here's the thing. When your neck is in good position, all of the vertebrae are stacked nicely. You've got all the curves exactly like they're meant to be, okay? So this is great, obviously. Now what happens is this. I want to show you what's going on with your discs in your neck, because one of the most common problems with certainly pinched nerves is coming from the disc and neck pain. We'll get into that as well. But just for the moment, I want you to understand this. Imagine my two hands are your vertebrae. Between your vertebrae is a disc. It's like a shock absorber, right? Now, think of that disc like a balloon. So if you can imagine I've got an inflated balloon here. Now if I just press down like that, it's no problem at all, right? But if I press like that, you can imagine the balloon sort of bulges out this way, right? Doesn't it? If I do like that, that's exactly what starts to happen when you are in forward head posture. When you're in good posture, your vertebrae like that. As soon as you translate forward, poor posture, text neck, all this sort of stuff, now these lower cervical vertebrae start going into flexion. What does that do? Well, not much after a while. So if you just do this for a little while, it's not good, but you might go, you feel a little bit stiff, that sort of thing. Okay, because you're pressing these structures. Do it more and more, and then you get out of that posture, but no, it's still painful. More and more, and you can get radiating symptoms down the arms, as I talk about. So the very first thing you need to be doing right now is to get this good posture, okay? And again, I will teach you more about this as well. But that is the first thing I need you to do. If you're going to watch this course, we need you to be in good posture, okay? Here's the other thing. Your head weighs about 12 pounds. Yeah, 10 to 12, whatever, 10 to 14, let's say. Point is this, when you're in good posture, we've got gravity doing its work, and no problem at all. Every inch you translate forward, it's been estimated that it produces an extra 10 to 15 pounds of weight on your head. So now your 12-pound head is now, say, 22 pound, 24 pound for your neck structure. So those muscles there, so 2 inches is not uncommon. Someone would be translated 2 inches in front. So that's an extra, say, 20-something pound. So now your muscles back here are screaming, trying to get, so your head doesn't drop on the ground, right? So that's what your muscles are doing. Imagine if I said to you, here's a 30-pound weight. I want you to hold this with your biceps like that, and hold that, right? Your muscles will be screaming. Your neck is no different, right? Your neck is no different. So your muscles are going to get really achy and sore, maybe spasmy, all because of the forward head posture. So that is your number one. So just get the feeling of elongate right now. So if you're down looking at this on your phone, get it up, bring up your phone there. Maybe you want to prop it up against something, but get into that position where that you are now elongated through your spine. That is your first thing you need to do, as I told you about. It is the most important thing. So forward head posture, and I'm going to go into when other times, but think, if you're in front of your computer, I'll go into like different ways to do it, but if you're in front of the computer, your laptop, your tablet, your phone, whatever, get into a nice position so you can, if you just need to sit up here and you've got your phone, you're watching this so that you're not doing this. That is our first step. All right, so you know that the squeezing of the finger will keep your pain sensitized, meaning the body will keep reactivating nerve endings that are going to be giving you pain signals, right? You know that. You know that the major cause is the forward head posture, and I'm going to just go through that and when you might be doing this during the day. What you need to know is this. is your body will amp up the pain if you're harming your neck, meaning forward head posture, for example, okay? You need to, this is what you need to take away from this lecture. If it hurts, you must stop it or modify it, all right? No questions asked. If it's painful for the body, if you go, oh, it hurts like that, you need to take it to less. Now, this is not for forever, but if it's hurting, every time you're hurting, think that's what you're doing. You're squeezing that thumb, all right? It's going to remain painful. Likewise, the more pain-free postures and movements, in other words, sitting in good posture, doing things that don't hurt, it also has a feedback loop in your body. So the body starts winding down the sensitizer. In other words, decreasing your pain, the more you can do things that are painless, okay? You understand? If it's painful, your body will keep reacting to it. Sensitize. There's danger there. That's what it's thinking, right? The more it goes, oh, look, we don't need to keep sending those signals because there's no painful postures, no painful turning. So whatever you're doing now, if it's painful, stop it and or modify it, certainly until it starts to heal, okay? So when are you going to be doing forward head posture? Well, I've told you, this is where you've got to, so if you're driving and you're finding it like this, now, first of all, you might want to write down, if you're a person who wants to write down, when does it hurt? Okay? You might already know. Oh yeah, no, it hurts. Okay, so sleeping on your stomach, you've got to adapt that. You can imagine. I mean, you just do this if I'm like this and have my head and then push it like that, well, that's not a good neutral position to have my head in, right? If I do that for a while, it's going to get sore. But that's exactly what you do when you're lying on your stomach like this with your head twisted to the side. So you're going to have to get onto your side or onto your back. While you're on your back, another reason that you can have pain is doing the forward head posture with too many pillows. So, and this is common. So if you've got too many pillows behind you like that, then you're doing this, but in a horizontal position or at least on a slight incline. So don't have too many pillows. If it hurts, stop it or modify it, right? So it could be sleeping positions on your stomach. Don't do it. If you're on your back, you want to have your head in a neutral position. So if you're on your side, you don't want to have it like the pillow here and your head down like that, nor do you want the pillow too much. Have it in neutral position, as neutral as you can possibly get. And it's the same when you're on your back. Okay, so that, the laptop is, we're so often, this is, especially with laptops, I have a nice monitor. If you need to do that, if you need to have a laptop and you're like this the whole time, maybe get yourself either an external monitor or an external keyboard where you can lift up that laptop. In fact, a friend of mine did this yesterday, and have that so the screen is there in front of you. You know that, but you're probably not doing it. Another reason, and this is in your resources, by the way, is having if you've got your screen and you're having to look to the side either way for extended periods of time. So you're all day, you can't have that. You need to get that so you're not doing this all day. Because again, if you think about it, this is going to be bad for your muscle balance. It's going to be bad for this. So keyboard, bring it back. Okay, work out if you're working on a computer, you've got to have that screen up there so you're not doing that. You can just see it from the side on. Here's my screen, and I've got, now if you have to reach out too far for your keyboard, what's it going to do? It's going to bring you forward. If your vision's not good and you have to squint to see it, that's exactly what you're going to be doing. Okay, so maybe you need glasses, maybe you need contacts, maybe you just need to increase the size of the print. Whatever it is, I need you to be the detective. So you know already that every time you're doing this or this on your phone or whatever it is in that forward head posture, whatever it is, walking, standing like this, all of that are going to they're going to push those discs back and they're going to create pain. They're going to keep you sensitized. So the computer, get it back to a nice position, okay? Your phone, have it up there. How much are you doing on the phone? Like I see it all over. It's actually a thing. It's called text neck. Okay, people bad neck from texting. So this sort of thing. Okay, you see, the teenagers, my God, they're going to have neck problems if they don't already. So it might be cycling. With cycling with your head down or even head up, depending on your bike. It might be running. So you need to be the detective. You need to think, when does my neck hurt? What am I doing? And how can I stop it and or modify it? Because remember, that if it hurts, you're amplifying your pain signals. In other words, you're keeping your neck in a painful state. All right? That's what you're doing all the time. More pain-free movements and postures, meaning sitting nice and tall, standing tall, as I've talked to you about. All of that, sitting tall, standing tall, nice and here, you are healing your neck. Remember, every single second of the day, you have the chance to harm your neck or heal your neck. So, wedging the foam thing like this, absolutely stop it. You cannot do this and think your neck's going to be fine. And that hurts just to do that. So this sort of stuff, don't do it. Don't wedge the phone. So keeping your head, and we're going to increase your range of pain-free movement. Again, you'll be able to do certain things. Obviously, you don't want to do things that are harmful to it, like being back in the forward head posture. But while it sensitizes, it won't take long. So, to be clear, like if you were to do forward head posture there for 5 minutes, once your neck's all healed up and nice, then you're probably going to be fine because the structures are healed. So it's not going to immediately increase your pain or bring back pain. It might be a bit of a painful to remind you, get back to your position. But it will be a little easier as things have healed up. Just like that, you can bend your elbow after the cut once it's healed. I don't recommend you go back to forward head posture at all or start doing from the here, but it just won't be painful sort of immediately or very short because things will have settled down. All right, so start thinking, when and where is my neck painful? Is it sleeping? Okay, I've got to adjust the pillows, adjust my sleeping position, whatever. If you're at the computer, if you're driving, just think, if your head is translated forward, it's pushing those discs backwards, and then if it gets bad enough, which I'm about to talk about, then it can pinch on up. If that disc bulges out far enough, after it can sort of tear through the ligaments and then start pressing on a nerve. And I'm sure if you don't already have one, you might have heard of pinched nerves. And I'm going to go into that as well, and what that looks like, so you get an understanding of what it is for a pinched nerve, and then I'll go into how to heal them. But keep remembering, whatever it is that hurts, it's making pain signals go to your neck. We need to do pain-free movements and postures to heal your neck, first and foremost. Hey there, and welcome to my channel. Hey look, don't forget to like the video, subscribe, and if you're interested in doing massage and therapies online, you can go to my website. It's in the link in my bio there, and you can go to check out my website as well.